pivotal. Homie, the dash is digital, gas residual, fire and smoke like I'm leading a ritual. You bet my cash is long, I hit the gas, I'm gone, riding my wave. I've been stuck in my zone, I bet I blast them all, sliding on faith. I've been finding my ways, grinding for days. I've been shining the hate, all of y'all wanted for praise. Stuck in a phase, letting it turn it ablaze. Yeah, homie, you don't want to race, nah, better to stick to your place. Yeah, want it all, I gotta taste. You push on the pedal, now I gotta skate. Yeah, all I ever know, put me on this throne, pinnacle. Push my buttons and that motherfucker go. What you know, what you own, push it and I zone.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are so sorry for what just happened. Not sure what happened, but everything just froze and the stream just went down by itself. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but we are back. Hopefully for good. Hopefully for the rest of the tournament, we won't have any problems. We are just gonna start up this next match, which is Watt versus Unlucky in the semifinals of the upper bracket. It will be our first best of 5 for today.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. Once again, sorry that the stream just decided to die. Honestly, unexpected. I did not see that coming at all. And we were just getting ready for these cool matches that were about to take place. So, very quote unquote unlucky. Man, that doesn't get old. Yeah, guys, we are just grabbing all the people back into the house. This might take just a minute, but it's okay because we can just talk about these last few matches and what's to come. So obviously we just witnessed Calvary go crazy against Flushy. Flushy is a team that we all kind of expected to make a deep push, potentially even go to the finals, win it all. Who knows? Flushy is a great team. Calvary, what we've seen so far, very, very aggressive team that has a ton of skill, and they're just gonna go crazy on you. And so personally, I thought Flushy was gonna win. No disrespect to Cavalry, but I thought Flushy was gonna win. Pinky thought Flushy was gonna win.
Yeah.
Cavalry came in and completely changed our minds. They made that push. They're just very aggressive against Flushy, and that's just what happened. And now we're here.
Now we're here. And that's
And
how these things go.
I'm excited for, because obviously right now we have the upper bracket semifinals, because it's the semifinals overall, I believe.
Yep.
We have the upper bracket semis, Watt versus Unlucky, two insane teams. This is going to be an aggressive, intense match.
And this will be our first best of 5 too.
Yeah,
of today.
That's true. If you look at the losers bracket final, or sorry, I keep saying final. Why do I keep saying final? I guess it is. Is it not? Yeah, it is. Calvary versus Canax, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
two teams that won because of their aggression. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, we are just getting, I think we need 2 more people to show up, and then we will be ready to get going. I am super hyped about this matchup coming up.
Looks like
and the
we are
working now, so.
Yeah. The last 2 players are Nike and Capo, so we're just waiting on them.
Okay.
I'm going to give them another minute or so.
Yeah, honestly, while we're right here and we're waiting, let's just do our predictions. Let's just get that over with. So when the people come in, we can get started.
Yeah, you know I gotta go for Watt.
Yeah,
They've shown us that they're a great team, but so has Unlucky today. So I'm just looking for a good matchup here.
this truly is a finals type of matchup. Maybe we'll be seeing one of these teams, or maybe both of these teams in the finals of the whole thing. Who knows? I'm just excited to get this going and see who is going to win between Unlucky and Watt. Watt has obviously my favorite duo with Talby K and Vood. But Unlucky, man, they're the strategical team that got them that win over Optic. I believe that's everyone, yeah?
I believe so.
Make sure.
Once again, this is a best of 5, so a couple more games for these teams to prove themselves, and hopefully we can go to a game 5. That would be super cool to watch.
Exactly. Oh, that'd be awesome. Gonna get everybody teleported up. Yeah, so you have to win 3 matches. Instead of 2, you got to win 3. So that's an extra dogfight right there. I'm super excited. Oh my gosh, this is the matchup people have been waiting for. Watt versus Unlucky. 2 powerhouse teams. Watt, who just won last week's qualifier. Unlucky, who is making a strong push for this week's qualifier. Who is going to win? We are going to find out best of 5, starting 3, 2, 1, and go.
And both of these teams are
wow.
known for their bottom control, so they're kind of clashing down here. And of course, Watt takes it over with Pau and Moss, and Vood is supporting them from the left side here.
Definitely a different strategy from Vood. He's normally on the front lines with Pau. I don't know why they're doing that, but it works. Normally, when teams get pushed back, like how Pau and Vood normally do with this Watt team, I get nervous for that other team, right? Because you don't want to be stuck in the corner, but this is Unlucky's comfortable spot. They want to be here. You saw versus Optic. They opted to play that slow strategical game, and it got them the win. So this Watt team who is pushing them back isn't as concerning as it looks.
And I was going to say, I'm having some deja vu from that Optic matchup. They're using the same strategy at the bottom here, 2 spamming those 2 bottom players and Vood supporting. And then you just have one person in the back kind of holding the top control.
Yeah, I love it because these matches end up turning into who is going to take that top and mid control. Because whoever does usually is in a better spot. But you see Watt, their aggression. You see him slowly moving forward all together.
Yep. Ooh, and Andrew Tate takes some shots. Takes some shots at them. 2 Unlucky members are cornered at the top here.
This is crazy matchups. I think Watt knows Unlucky is going to be good in these long waiting games. And Watt doesn't want to do that. They say, you know what? I know you thrive in these moments. We're going to take that away. That's why they're getting really aggressive. Something that Optic wanted to avoid up until that last move from Optic.
And X always doing a good job of holding those bottom corners as he's doing right now. And Pau just has to get some shots off. X dodging some bullets at the bottom right just to try and get some damage on Pau and Mass at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how difficult it is to be in a position like X's, having 2 people spam you and you have to wait for the perfect moment to peek up for a millisecond to try to get a shot off. People in X's position, usually they fold. I will admit, I would fold. That's a lot of pressure, a lot of just instability there and just unknown, and that's what's sketchy.
And not to mention the reaction time you need to have to dodge these bullets and to wait for the perfect time where they're both reloading. Takes a lot of skill to hold that position.
Yeah, these guys are pros. They practice it for years. something I'm liking that Watt is doing here is, like you look back in the Optic versus Unlucky series, Optic wanted to play the waiting game as well, and it worked successfully well up until Unlucky decided to change some things and won it all. Thing with Watt that's different is instead of playing the waiting game, which they are doing in a sense, they are also making advances. Look at Vood. He'll go in, take a shot up just to kind of, it's like a little scare. Like, oh, I'm here. Don't worry, I'm here too. And it's worked. Like, he's gotten some damage down. It's not like one of these players is about to die, but hey, any damage is good damage.
And if Vood can get any shot off, any damage to Fiend or Unknown kind of on this right side, that will turn the whole game around because that forces them to move back, and then Watt can start an aggressive push and corner them even further.
I'm really liking this Vood versus Nike matchup because these guys are both really good mid control players. Vood, who typically sticks on the bottom, but he's the type of player that can play anywhere, and he's doing great at holding down that mid position. And yeah, I'm just liking this matchup between the two players. It is definitely a different strategy, putting Moss down with Pow instead of Vood, but I think it's working right now. I think they knew that Unlucky would opt out to play this type of play style. And Watt typically, when they play their opponents, they are aggressive, but in a smart way, and they go in and they do what they need to do. But I think they knew Unlucky's gonna do this stuff, so maybe they switched it up based off of that. Who knows?
Yeah, they knew Unlucky just likes to play it slow and smart, and so I guess Watt decided to do the same thing, not be as aggressive as we can see. And all it takes is for one Watt member to just have an aggressive play here and get some damage.
Yeah, that's the typical thought. At the same time, you gotta wonder. That's the same thing the Optic members did, and they ended up losing 2 players and only doing a few hit points to. Actually, no, they took out X, but they lost 2 doing so.
True, and the thing about that was their last game though. I think Watt being this being the first game, I think they might be able to afford taking some risks like that.
Yeah, and it is a best of 5 too, so it's not like if you lose this game, you're on match point. This is going to be a fun series. I'm excited for this one. Especially, teams are really good at making changes game 2. So whoever wins this, you already know they're going to be making changes. Both teams. And that's what I'm all about. I'm loving this kind of strategical play here.
Mm-hmm. You see the usual 1v1 up here versus Andrew and Unknown. They usually don't get too much damage on each other. It's usually just taking turns. Once one person is done firing and has to reload, the other person comes up, tries to get some damage, but it usually doesn't happen because it's pretty easy to dodge those rounds.
You're far enough away where it's not as lethal.
Yeah.
You have way more time to react. But these Unlucky players, they don't need any time. They react so fast. It's crazy. But yeah, this is definitely a full-on standoff. I think it really does come down to, typically I would say the 2 1v1ers up top. But I think the key player in this matchup is Vood, because if he can do any sort of damage, you'll instantly see Pow and Moss scoot forward.
Yeah.
Andrew can sit up there and just 1v1 Unknown all day. Nothing will change about that. However, Fentanyl decides, oh, there it is. Moss decides he wants to rush in, and this is what they were waiting for. Right as Fentanyl Fiend decided to take his eye away from the prize for a second, they pushed on it, and it's looking good for for Watt right now, because Nike, that mid control player, took some damage, and you don't want that.
And Nike is one of their best players, so him being at low health really puts them at a disadvantage because he cannot be as aggressive as he might want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we may see an aggressive play from Vood or from Moss again.
I really like that Moss play because he had full HP and he decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. And look at this, they're switching things up. They want Andrew down at the bottom because I don't think Andrew's taken a single HP hit, or maybe he has, but I think they realize up top is a game changer, or not as important at the moment. Maybe it's switching, but yeah, they want Andrew down. They like his aggressive play style. This is a full-on like aggressive standoff. Watt are just waiting for that moment that they can push in. And I think it's coming.
You saw that switch from Andrew and Moss. As soon as they did that, Unlucky decided it was a good time to try and get that top control. Nike tried to get some shots down, but I don't think he did any damage there. And we are back at a stalemate here, just waiting for that clutch play from one player.
Yeah, and once again, I think it comes down to Vood because look at his position. He is taking shots and holding down 3 different people. Him shooting up is preventing what just happened with Nike. He was trying to prevent anyone from shooting down. But he has that corner peek where he can switch from shooting right to shooting up, back and forth. And so these 3 players are stuck. However, Nike, I think, is acknowledging that and realizing we're not going to get anywhere if Vood is doing that. So I got to do something, and that's exactly what he's done. But definitely an interesting switch up for Andrew and Pau. You can definitely tell that they're communicating, whether that be like voice call, quickly through gang chat. Like they are communicating because that is a strategical switch. But Unknown, he got impatient. He doesn't want that anymore.
He's getting bored. He's decided to push, get some shots down on Watt. He's actually being pushed back here.
Yeah, I think that works. If he can stand his ground, yeah, he's in a good spot right now. He just can't lose it, but he just did. Yeah, because they were able to shoot down, and you can kind of see this Watt team who very, very like composed this whole matchup. Right as Unknown took that top control, you saw a little bit of movement from that Watt team because that changes a lot. That changes a lot. But Vood, he needs to go defend Moss.
Ooh.
And Unknown get taken out. It is a 3v3.
They took each other out.
Unknown was this close to taking out Moss, and then they would have been up 4-3. But Moss got a shot from the dead. Right as he got eliminated, he had shot like a millisecond before, and Unknown goes out. So now it is kind of back to where we were at. But Nike has a little bit more control of the situation. Because Vood before was pinning them down, but Nike is able to do more. However, he is 1 shot. Vood is 2 shots. So this is coming down to the wire.
And Nike and Fiend are in a tough spot right here. They don't have much room to move around with these bullets flying from the top and the bottom.
Yeah, they're in a tough spot. I don't know about Fentanyl Fiend, but I know Nike is low. I don't think X is really taking much damage, but you don't want to lose a player right now. Not right now.
No.
This is going to come down to who's going to go out first, Nike or Vood, because both of them have controlled this game. Looks like Pau kind of gave up on that bottom spam. He wants to push out and do some damage. But
X moves up, something we haven't seen too often.
Which I think that might be catastrophic for them. That doesn't look good for them. They're now down a man. That is not what you want to see right now for Unlucky. And they go down 3-1. And
wow.
There it is. There it is. Unlucky. Go down to Watt. Game 1. GG's to both teams. Jeez.
Yeah, I think X just got kind of impatient and decided to move up, and it actually ended up not working out for them.
See what Pau has to say. From bottom. Nah, they're fine. We'll just set them back up.
Yeah. Got to move around after that match.
I
Might
know.
disconnect.
That was that was the long. I think that was longer than the Optic versus
Yeah.
Unlucky matchup.
Definitely.
All right, game 2. Unlucky just had a 10-minute standoff with Watt, and Watt took the game. Will we see the series tied up here? What adjustments are going to be made? We are about to find out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Now, if you're Unlucky, look at, they are a lot more aggressive this game. They played their play style of strategically and slow, but Watt had their number that game, and Unlucky decides to switch things up, and it is a complete role reversal here.
You'll see Pau kind of doing the same thing as X did last round, just holding that bottom left side. And Nike just trying to get some shots up at Vood and Andrew Tate.
Yeah, they completely switched roles.
Which I definitely think they needed to do after that last round. Because Watt is just such an aggressive team, but they're also very patient.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be, as much as I love Watt, I thought that was going to be their downfall, is them realizing that they're an aggressive team. They want to be aggressive, but it's not going to work. Like, they need to push right there. I thought they'd lose their patience, but they surprised me. Very, very impressive by them. And Nike is very low. Vood takes some damage as well as Moss, but the form, the structure is kind of starting to fall. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if Vood, I can't talk. Sorry. I am just so into this. I don't know if Watt just broke their Unlucky's positioning, or Unlucky just wanted to try something different. I'm not sure.
And Vood just got taken out. He was playing a little bit too risky, trying to get shots off on Unknown and Fentanyl.
That is huge. That is huge for Unlucky. Andrew Tate's also taking some damage, and he has been surprisingly extremely, he always has the most HP at the end of the game.
Yeah.
He's very patient, smart, aggressive, all of the things combined. Looks like Unlucky wanted to switch Nike for Fentanyl Fiend up at top, but Pau BK punished him for that. So it is a 4v3. However, Watt looks extremely comfortable. They are not giving into much pressure. I know their members are very low, so they do got to be careful here. They want to take that 2-0 lead. That is huge. You want to put a team in a spot where they have to reverse sweep. But Unlucky. There we go. It is 3v1. Oh, wait.
Wow.
Sorry, they swept him. Excuse me.
What a match.
I talked about game 1. This team, as in Unlucky, needed to make adjustments because they played very strategical, low-key like they normally do, and it didn't work out for them because they were ready. However, I challenged them to make adjustments. They made adjustments, completely changed the tide. Flawless 4-0. And are we ready for game 3?
I am ready. I know I'm ready.
Oh, this is an important game. You don't want to go down 2-1. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Are we going to see Unlucky do the same thing with that aggressive push? But it doesn't look like, it looks like Watt was ready for that bottom control. Unlucky took it from him last time, and it didn't work out for them. So I think they very much stressed the importance of getting that bottom control back.
And something new from Unlucky, they actually have 2 players at the bottom right here. I think they said X needs some help down here. Let's send Nike down there instead of having him be at the mid boxes. And we'll see what they can do.
I think for them, I don't know if that was planned. I think they just got pinned down and they don't really have time to move.
Yeah.
I think you need someone contesting Vood. And look at that strategical switch. That's so smooth from Pau and Vood to switch spots. That is so smooth.
You'll see Pau trying to get some damage through the boxes. Unknown shooting down at Pau from the top.
Yeah,
Pow.
Unknown is definitely getting aggressive. He doesn't want to do these standoffs. He wants to fight.
Yep. And you'll see when
Oh.
Fentanyl and Unknown are in their positions right here, they can't be too close to the boxes because you can actually shoot through the boxes if you're next to them. So they kind of have to stand in the middle there.
Nike going all over the field, but it's working. It's pushing back the Watt members just a little bit. I'm excited to see what happens. Nike definitely is the freelance guy. He's doing whatever he can right now to potentially help his team and get some damage on the Watt members. I would say the damage superiority definitely goes to Watt right now. They have way more HP than Unlucky does right now. They have the advantage. Unlucky needs to play this perfectly if they want to take game 2. And you still see X pinned down there. He's so good and patient in that spot. When most players would fold, like I said, he understands the moment, understands what he needs to do, and he's doing it very well. And Vood tries to go in for an aggressive push, takes some damage. I can't tell if that was good or not. I can't tell if the positivity outweighed the negativity in that push.
He did get some shots off on Nike. I know that. And that is definitely good for them. And
Unlucky
also,
is pinned.
and Nike gets taken
Nike
out.
Goes down. Oh no. Andrew Tate, basically full HP. He is comfortable right now, and he takes out Unknown. Fentanyl goes out. Oh my goodness. Watt played that to perfection.
Watt takes game 3. Wow, this is a great series. Very competitive from these two teams. These might be the best two teams in this qualifier weekend. We'll see what they can do.
Yeah. Waiting for Pal to go into the top left. Can close these off. Cool.
You know, two teams are really good when these long matches happen because it's not just a sweep, and you know that they're playing super, super slow, super strategic, super careful. And it's just some great sparring that we're seeing here.
Yeah, this is an important game. Whoever wins, or I guess I should say, if Watt wins this, they move on to the finals. If Unlucky wins this, they have a chance to move on to the finals. We will see what happens. Game 4, Unlucky versus Watt. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. If you're Unlucky, you need to get that bottom control. But it doesn't look like they do. Nike takes way too much damage. This isn't even a standoff. They're just fighting. They're just fighting. And Watt loses 2 members off the bat, almost 3. What just happened? Unlucky.
I don't even know.
They just decided they don't care for human life. They're just gonna aggressively push.
And this is smart from them because you know Watt was not at all expecting that.
I cannot believe what I just witnessed.
We're actually going to go to instant replay to see how that went down there. You'll see these Unlucky members just fought at the bottom here. Took out all these Watt members, and you'll see Moss escapes to the top left, and that's where he died.
This is crazy. This is going to a game 5, everybody. Whoever wins this game goes to the finals.
Ooh, lots on the line here.
Lot is on the line. If Unlucky makes the same aggressive push, this is going to be crazy. But if Watt plays their game, this is going to be an intense match. Here we go. Game 5, Watt versus Unlucky. Winner goes to the championship. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, it looks like Watt had a way faster push, but Nike, he's willing to tank damage for that bottom control. I don't know if that's going to be beneficial or negative for them. Because look how their 2 main players, Nike and X, are 2-shot right now.
And not to mention, they are trapped in that corner, and that is always the hardest position to play, the hardest position to get out of.
This is going to be crazy. Unlucky, unfortunately, took a lot of damage to begin because they needed that bottom control. But They have to play this perfectly if they want to move on to the finals. If not, they're going to the losers bracket final. Losers bracket. Yeah, it is the loser bracket finals.
Yeah,
I
it
can say
is.
that finally. I can say that
Finally.
finally.
Yeah, so like whoever wins this, they're still in it. But you want to win this for this momentum, and there is going to be a bracket reset if the lower bracket finalists end up beating the top bracket team. So
Yeah, explain that a little bit so people understand.
yeah, so basically, since it's double elimination, one team will always be undefeated going into the finals. And if they lose their best of 7, that means they've only lost once. So then you have to play the same match again, the same best of 7, and whoever wins that is the final winner. But that only happens if the lower bracket team is able to beat the upper bracket team.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what we're gonna implement this week. It should be interesting. It is fair for the winners bracket. If the winners lose, then they have another chance. But yeah, you know what? I mentioned how Unlucky needs to play this perfectly if they want a chance to win. And so far, they are doing just that. However, Unknown put into a terrible spot against Andrew and Moss.
You'll see Wa actually has 2 members the top taking top control. Actually, Andrew just moves down. Now it's just Moss on the top facing off against Nike.
Yeah, this game, not as much structure. It's more these two teams are wanting that aggression. You can just see it. Unlucky, I thought, would take an extreme passive play style to finish this match, but no, they still want blood regardless of the HP superiority. Going to be interesting to see what happens. Oh, and Vood aggressively takes out X. No one saw that coming. Vood goes down, but so does Fentanyl. Oh, Unlucky. No. You're in such a bad spot here. Andrew Tate takes out. I can't even commentate. So much just happened. Watt is going to the finals. Unlucky is going to the losers bracket finals. You can't dog on what just happened.
What a series. We're actually going to go to instant replay to see what happened there. You'll see Andrew Tate, Pal at the bottom, and Vood also at the bottom right, takes, let's see, I don't even know what happened there, but Nike and Unknown from Unlucky at the top. Wow, that was just, I don't even know what happened there. I'm not going to lie. It all happened so fast. But Watt goes to the finals. Unlucky goes to the losers bracket finals. We will be taking a 2-minute break. Do not go anywhere. We are back, guys. Back from the 2-minute break. We have an insane
Welcome
matchup.
back.
Again, this is the losers round 3. Canax versus
Semifinals.
Cavalry.
Yes, this is going to be crazy because whoever wins this matchup qualifies.
Yep.
Because I didn't even think about this. Unlucky has qualified. Am I wrong?
Unlucky.
Yeah, because Watt's in the finals.
Oh,
Unlucky's
yeah,
qualified. So whoever wins out of these two teams qualifies for the finals. Oh, this is great. And here's what's also good about this. These two teams played each other in this same exact round last qualifier, last week. It ended in Canax winning 3-0. So if you're a Cavalry, you want this game. You want revenge to show that it wasn't just it wasn't a outplay. It was just a bad match.
I think we have only 2 Cavalry members here. Maybe 3. Just waiting on a couple more players.
One second. There's a little bit of a controversy real quick.
And this will be another best of 5 as well. I'm not sure. It looks like Canax has 4 players. Looks like we have everyone.
I think so. Like there's some banter between the two. We are just waiting for something real quick. Hold up, guys. Give us 1 second, okay? I have to address something. I'm just looking at brackets real quick. I do apologize for this real quick. 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Do we have a... Do we have a list of team members for each team?
We should, yes. Hold on, guys. Alright guys, we're back. Sorry about that.
We just had our roster issue, but do not worry, we are fixing it. Their sub is coming in right now. But yeah, guys, this is to see who qualifies. One of these two teams is going to qualify. That's crazy. Very excited for this.
It's gonna be crazy.
We just got less than 2 minutes, and then we'll get started here. We're just waiting for their sub to show up because of the roster issue. But yeah, guys, what are you guys predicting for this win? Curious, what do you guys think in chat? Who's gonna win between Canax and Cavalry? Personally, that's tough because Canax, I think Canax was the team that won last time.
Oh yeah.
Against Cavalry. Yeah, 3-0 against Cavalry. So this is a revenge match. Xander says we got Canax winning. Should be interesting. I agree with Meth. Cavalry has had some really good moments. I think both of these teams are extremely aggressive. I mean, that showed against Flushy. But both the teams extremely aggressive, and I wonder how those two playstyles are going to clash. It should be interesting. I'm excited to see.
And we're just gonna give them like another 30 seconds to get this figured out, or else it's going to have to be a 3v4
until their team member shows up. Yeah, I'm excited. Definitely, whoever wins this goes on to play Unlucky in the losers finals. And I mean, if you go on to play Unlucky, it's a win-win. So you get a chance to compete. Also, you just qualified for the final 200,000 plus K-Tro.
All right, Rage from Calvary just said they will 3v4.
Okay, until for now or until their team shows up. Do you know?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not sure. All right.
Are
Yep.
you ready? Here we go.
Are doing a 3v4 now. It's looking like.
Not looking good for Cavalry. It should be interesting to see what happens. Canax Cavalry go on to the losers final. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, it looks like one of Cavalry's members had a slow start. That's not good, especially in this 4v3 situation. Doc did a lot of damage, but he took way more.
You see, Doc is one shot. He gets taken out, and Canax take the easy win.
That was a quick game. Quick matchup for Canax and Cavalry. You just got to hope that Cavalry's sub shows up. Oh, shoot. I forgot to close the teleporters.
Okay, we're just figuring it out. It looks like they do have someone coming.
Awesome. Waiting for it connects. Where's the other members? Sorry, this matchup has been a bit of a mess. I can't
Yeah.
lie. We're
Okay,
just waiting on cavalry, I think.
okay, he is coming. Should be good.
Nax GST, it's announced. Let Poopy Panda play for them? Wait a minute. All right, guys. Time to show some sparring skills. All right, it looks like they got their team.
Finally. Jeez.
Now we're just waiting for them to go up there. I'm going to close the gates. Goodness. All right, game 1 went to Canax. Now Cavalry is at their full strength. Can they come back from this? We are about to find out. We are going to start here in 3, 2, 1, go. And there we go. It looks like, yeah, a little bit of lag, but hey, we're back. It looks like, I don't even know. There's just a lot of unorganized pushes here. Everyone's just kind of doing their own thing. Canax ends up the aggressors here in the end. Look at Paper up top. Not even caring about it's being strategical. He's just going for it. But it's working. Look at all the cavalry members. They're very, very low.
You'll see player from Canax too. It's also a one shot. So is Zur.
Yeah, this is tough. This is tough for cavalry. They are pinned down. And Shino goes out for Canax. Wait a minute. Canax, the aggressors lose the first member. That's crazy.
Looks like we're having a little bit of server lag.
It was bound to happen, guys. It was bound to happen. Yeah, Canax had complete control of the game, but they just lost one of their members. Now they got to be careful. You don't want to lose the cavalry with the great start that Canax had. That's always disheartening when you start so good and then lose.
Yeah.
Rage there on the bottom, just trying to get as much damage as done, get all these bullets out. Seems to be working though. Seems to be keeping it under control. Is it it's a 3v3 now?
It's a 3v3.
I didn't even notice. How did I not notice that?
It looks like Canax player pushing, getting aggressive at the top here. Rage just holding this bottom right, trying to get some damage on Paper and Baby Aldred.
Head the tree. I know he's like 1 HP, so he's got to be careful. Looks like Paper and player from Canax decide to switch. They have a little playbook up their sleeve. Rage, though, he is tied down. Yeah, this is really anybody's game because Ted has gone out for cavalry. And you got Zur and Rage hoping to 2v3 against a very good and aggressive Canax team. Oh, and Rage. Oh. Rage! My man Rage just took out 2 Canax players. Now it is Paper versus Rage and Zur. Paper's one shot. This is crazy. I did not expect that. Rage with a crazy push.
And what Rage and Zur have to do, they just have to kind of corner him just a little bit more because this Paper could still get some damage on either one of them if they decide to push.
Well, both of them are low. Both of them are extremely low, so this still is anybody's game, but Rage, clutch. Rage takes out 3 out of the 4 members. Oh my goodness. Cavalry ties up the game thanks to Rage.
We're going to go to instant replay to see Rage's play there. That was insane. You'll see he's at the bottom. He takes out that player and takes out Baby Aldred. And then took shots at Paper here. That is what won them the game. That play right there.
Extremely impressive. They were down, all odds against them, and Rage brought them back. Here we go. Series is all tied up. Best of 5. Once again, you have to win 3. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Rage and Ted, it looks like they give out so much damage to that Knack's bottom line. What is happening? Knack's, they're very, very low on that bottom line. They're all 2 to 3 hits. But Doc up top with Cavalry, very low as well. There's a lot going on here.
You'll see
Rage.
Paper, he's trying to get some good positioning on Doc at the top, but he got pushed back and actually took some damage.
That's not what you want from Paper. Top player needs to be, in a way, passive and just tries all your power to get some damage down. You don't want to be taking any.
And now that we've seen what Rage did last match, I wonder if he's going to try the same thing. Maybe try and take out Shino or Baby Aldred here at the bottom. We'll see what happens.
Well, from my knowledge, Rage didn't lose a ton of HP, but he took out Shino, Aldridge, and players' HP. So they're all like 2 HP, 2 hits. I could see Rage doing another push. However, I think they need to have one player from Knack's on that bottom line go. I think if Rage pushed out right now, it would not be smart.
Paper saying something. Anyone need to switch? Looks like he's
you
calling
gotta-
out comms for his team.
Gotta calm, man.
Baby Aldred moved all the way to the back left here.
That's
2
typically
players.
a sign of super low HP.
Yeah.
Not risking it. Once again, though, you do not want to go down 2-1 to any of these teams. We notice the momentum shift from Knack's.
Oh, Cavalry's
Ted.
rushing bottom.
Ted did it this time.
Ooh, and it's now a 1v3. Paper's the last one from Canucks.
Again,
He gets taken out.
Cavalry. The complete momentum shift from being down 3-1. All right, let's see. Let's get them down. Crazy plays from Cavalry. We're just waiting for Rage to go down real quick. While we're waiting, what do you think Knack's needs to do to respond?
Ooh, I think they need to be a little bit more aggressive there at the bottom. Maybe try and push X. Because once you get that bottom right player, you can just start spraying up, and that's when you win. It just takes someone to maybe sacrifice their health for it.
Well, both of these games have been, in my opinion, favored towards Knack's in terms of positioning, in terms of overall aggression, but Cavalry just comes in clutch. They're a very strategical team, yet very aggressive. Let's see, is Cavalry going to qualify for the final tournament and face off against Unlucky in the losers final, or is Knack's going to force that game 5? We are about to find out in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Cavalry getting pushed back again. Shino looks like he wants to be a complete tank there at the bottom.
Yeah, you got some good damage on Cavalry. Rage at the bottom right here, as usual. Paper might be trying to get some good shots here at mid, maybe up towards Sir or Doc. You also see Baby Aldred moving up for that top control, but now he's getting pushed back because he took some damage.
If you're a Knack's player, you got to be nervous about this game. Rage goes. That's huge. That is huge. Knack's needs Rage gone. Rage is a huge team leader. And just like that, Cavalry player from Canax is going absolutely insane. A 4-0 sweep on Calvary to force that game 5.
Ooh, game 5. I'm ready. Canax did exactly what they needed to do that game to counter Calvary. They were a little bit more aggressive, got a lot of damage, and it was a perfect sweep. We'll see how game 5 goes.
Yeah, this literally so much is on the line here. Whoever wins qualifies. You don't want to be the team that made it this far and then didn't qualify. Definitely going to be interesting to see who takes this. All right. We're going to start game 5. Whoever wins qualifies, goes to play in the losers finals. 3, 2, 1, and go. Cavalry takes a strong bottom push, but Canax are not going to be messed with. However, Cavalry pushes them back. This is big. You see Baby Aldridge and Doc literally having a 1v1 up at the top.
And you'll see 3 players at the bottom from Cavalry. Zur and Ted taking that bottom control. Rage moving up to help with that top control. Now he's moving down. If they can take out this player from Canax at the bottom left, they can start shooting up, and that will win them this series.
Aldridge goes down. Aldridge goes down.
This is anybody's game right here.
In my opinion, I think he was a little bit too aggressive at the start of the game. Canax, they're losing their members, but Cavalry is too. It is a 3v3 at the moment. I would say Cavalry has a massive advantage in terms of HP. So they got to be so careful with the players on Canax. I know Doc up top is 1 HP. Ted probably has 2 or 3 hits, and I'm not sure about Rage. Oh, and Rage rushes in.
Oh, Paper takes out that bottom left player.
Every game, Paper has been the last player. Paper is holding Canax's tournament lives in his hands. Is he going to clutch up? Highlight of the tournament if he clutches up here.
He just needs to wait for Doc to reload his gun, and he needs to push up and make something happen. Because if he stays here for too long, he may just get taken out. Oh!
Oh! There we go. There we go. It is a 1v1, both 1 HP. Whoever wins this goes to the semifinals to face off against Unlucky and qualifies. This is a huge 1v1. Wait, what? What just happened?
Who did that? Somebody from the bottom shot.
I think, oh
Shino?
no.
No way. Okay, we will be back 1 minute. All right, guys, we actually had a member from Canac shoot up and kill the last cavalry member. So we have decided that Canax either has to forfeit this match or we rematch with a 3v4.
I cannot believe that. In the biggest moment, game 5, 1v1, both players 1 HP, someone shoots up.
They are taking the 3v4. And they say they have a sub, but you don't get a sub.
Yep, sorry.
It's a 3v4 rematch. That's unfortunate, but that's what happens when you shoot up.
Where in the rule book is that?
All right, well, if they take any longer, this will be a disqualification.
I love the Canax team, but that is inexcusable.
Yep.
I know some people are probably going to get upset maybe at our decision, whether that be the players or people who support them. But you got to understand, I don't care if it was going to be a tie or not, you can't have a team member shoot up into the arena.
That's just not, it's just not allowed, obviously.
No.
We got to get going with this.
Yeah, we got to get going with this. This series has taken way too long. The whole final should have been done.
All right, we are getting them up.
Jeez, man. Once again, sorry, this series should have been over a while back, but complications with rosters, and then obviously this guy shot up at, I can't believe that. It's crazy. Anyways, guys, here we go. Game 3, Canax has to 3v4. We'll see what happens. 3, 2, 1, go. Also, game 5, not game 3.
Yeah, game 5.
Oh, paper from Canax is like one or two shots already. Cavalry, they are looking very confident and very composed here. Yeah, I hope you guys watching understand the reasoning of why we had to make this decision.
Yeah, it's just unfair. It came down to the 1v1, and it should have ended in the 1v1.
Yeah,
and it's up to us to call a tie if we feel that it's needed, but we did not call that. Oh.
The 1v1 that happened between the two players had only been going for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Cavalry takes it. They take game 5.
Yeah, GG's to both teams though. It does suck that had to happen. But
all right. Yeah.
You already know Cavalry. They qualify. They are qualified.
And after that game, let's see. Yeah, we go to the losers bracket final. It will be Unlucky versus Cavalry. We will see you in 2 minutes.
I got a bottle of Patron and some lights off. Two red devil looking
We are back from that short break. We have our next match, the losers bracket finals.
Yes, let's go. We just saw Cavalry, and they're going to be performing again. Should be interesting. They're playing against a very good unlucky team. I'm extremely excited to see what happens here, honestly.
Same.
Yeah, I think we're just waiting for the unlucky members to show up.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. While we're waiting, let's do predictions. Personally, I have unlucky winning this. They are just a really good team that went down to the wire with the team Watt, who's in the finals. So I think unlucky is going to do a rematch, in my opinion.
That would be very exciting. Yeah, I'm going to go with unlucky as well.
It should be interesting. Cavalry, I would love for you guys to prove us wrong.
You might have a caster's curse. The unlucky might have a
no.
caster's curse now, so we'll see.
Yeah, I did say that about Flushy. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Just gonna stop talking. But yeah, so we're just waiting for everybody to get on.
Looks like we have everyone from Cavalry. Need one more from unlucky, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it.
There he is.
Sweet. Are we ready?
I'm not sure about Cavalry.
I'll just close this right now. I think they have everybody.
They have one person coming.
Okay.
Cavalry, there he is.
See.
Cool.
Alrighty. Here we go. I'm gonna send everybody up to the teleporter area. This is a best of 5 series. Cavalry versus Unlucky. This is going to be a dogfight. I am extremely excited. We got very aggressive Unlucky and very aggressive Cavalry and very strategical Unlucky. Let's get into this. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. X and Nike took a ton of damage to start. That's not looking good for them, but I mean, they took that aggressive, dominant positioning over Cavalry despite the damage they took at the beginning.
Yep. Let's see,
So,
Rage
yeah,
always holding this bottom right. Nike
Yeah,
always
always.
holding it too. So we'll see.
Cavalry, yeah. Honestly, like, even looking back against their last match against Canax, they faced off against them last week in the qualifiers, and Canax 3-0 swept them.
Yep.
So Cavalry came back and won. Total revenge moment. You love to see it. But anyways, on to this series. Both of these teams have just qualified for the final tournament. So maybe this is a matchup to come for that final tournament. Who knows?
Ooh.
But both of these teams are extremely good. You gotta give credit to Cavalry for making it this far and competing and doing so well against these teams. Also credit to Unlucky for joining the tournament this week and doing as well as they're doing.
Yeah, they have done very well. We'll see who can win this. You have unknown 1v1ing Doc at the top here. The usual 1v1 for top control. 3 players from
Always.
Unlucky at the bottom. That's going to be really hard for Cavalry to overcome.
Well, not to mention Cavalry's star, Rage. The aggressor himself is literally 1 HP, 1 or 2 HP. So he is in a tough spot. Unknown trying to make advances, but Doc shuts that down quite fast.
Fentanyl gets a shot off on Rage. Rage still has enough health to take 1 shot, and he's out.
Yeah, if you're a Cavalry player, you have to take this extremely smart. 1 slip up, 1 mistake, and you're done. But also look at X. He is 1 HP, literal 1 HP. So he got to step back, and you could see that in his approach. He's definitely leaned back and is just trying to take shots from a distance where he can't take damage as easily. This still, but despite the positioning, how dominant Unlucky looks, This is anybody's matchup.
You see, Cavalry is kind of just not really caring about this top control right here. Doc is just every once in a while going up to fight Unknown just to make sure he can't push up.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. We haven't really seen that much happen.
Yep.
And it looks like Unlucky's acknowledging that, so they send X, who's their lowest HP player, to go up in 1v1 Doc. But Doc knows that. Doc knows his HP. He's going to be a little bit more aggressive there up top. Look at Rage. He's stuck. He can't do anything. That's the only downfall and the only negative about that position right there is you at times will have to just sit there and watch.
And I'm not sure about Unlucky's health for each player, but if there's one player with more health than everyone else, I would go out and take Rage, take him out, because he's one shot. And then you can have that bottom and shoot up.
I don't know about that because all of these Unlucky members I've watched are very low.
Yeah.
I think Unknown has the most, and he's still like 2 shots.
So we'll see what they're willing to do here. Oh.
I mean, it even shows like Doc and Lewis were both shooting down, leaving that top so exposed, but X knows he's so low that he can't push. Lewis takes some damage, same with Ted. Yeah, the Cavalry boys are locked down right now. X is doing a great job with pinning them from the top as well.
Yeah, X is just holding this top control very aggressively. Kind of pushing back as more bullets come through.
Yeah, he's very aggressive despite his HP, literal like 1 HP. Yeah, this is so far a very good matchup. I'm liking both of these teams in the finals here. Ted's got to be careful. He's 2-shot. Same with Doc. I would say Unlucky still has less HP, but they're taking more meaningful shots. Once again, this is anybody's game. I'm not even sure who's going to win this. They're all so low.
You can see Unknown, he's trying to find an opportunity to shoot up at Lewis there. He just can't seem to find it. Oh, what a dodge from
what
Unknown.
A dodge. That was so smart, but he gave up that kind of mid control.
And that leaves Ted some room to shoot through mid. Maybe take out one of the Unlucky members, and then they could push for bottom control.
Yeah, if they can get Rage out of that spot, things can go down. We've seen Rage time and time again make aggressive, scary pushes and take out members. Maybe that we'll see that again. However, Nike, that leader there at the mid, is 1 HP as well. You see the 2 players, Nike and X, who have really shined for Unlucky, having to step back, knowing that their HP is very, very low and any mistake gives Cavalry game 1.
And if you can see, Doc and Lewis they both have their attention set on this bottom control. And so X may be able to find an opportunity to go above them and shoot down. I think that's what he needs to do. He may be low health, but he might have to do that. He's kind of playing passive.
He does some damage. He does some damage to Doc. He's doing his job. I like what X is doing up there. If he wasn't 1 HP, I would say push. But also credit to Fentanyl Fiend and Unknown for holding their ground despite Nike and X being taken out. In terms of like almost all their HP, Unknown and Fiend have stepped up to the challenge. Oh, and Lewis from Cavalry, I didn't even notice, goes.
Ooh, and
instantly
I noticed Ted lost some health too.
Yeah, instantly, despite their all the Unlucky's HP, you could see them pushing forward more. Even X. Look at X. He's doing what you were saying. He's doing what you're saying.
Yeah.
He's trying to find a way to get that push. And Rage goes. That is going to be it for Cavalry.
What a push.
Unlucky. Hats off. Hats off to that team. Very impressive. Game number 1 for Unlucky. I'll just have him go up top.
Yep. You ready for this game 2?
Oh, I'm so ready. Cavalry, they have to make some switches up. I mean, they had like I would say advantage basically the whole game
Yeah,
in terms of HP, but unlucky. They are so strategical. They know what shots to take and when to take them, and they do that, and it works. And you've seen it in that game one. All
for
right,
sure.
game two. We're gonna start here. 3, 2, 1, and go. That's the wrong button. That's put on my bar.
See Nike and X being aggressive as usual for this bottom control. Rage holding that bottom right, trying to keep X and Nike where they are.
Here's the difference. This is the same thing as last game, but here's the difference. Nike and X didn't lose all of their HP at the very beginning.
True.
So they have a little bit more to work with. Unknown switched up to the top versus Doc. I mean, we've seen Unknown stick it up to the top and do very good. I highlight that Optic series. Unknown versus I forgot their top player. I feel bad, but I forgot. Unknown did great up there, and now he's up against Doc, who's very good up top. Yeah, Unlucky are looking extremely aggressive.
It's looking the same as last match. That we've seen the strategy from these past teams. Usually have 3 on the bottom, 1 holding the top here. And with Unknown, I believe he has quite a bit of health. He might think about pushing Lewis and Doc for a couple shots.
Yeah. Honestly, he might. And if it's going to be another standoff, I think that might be the key to getting some damage.
Yep.
Not only does it do damage, but it takes their attention away. Even if the attention goes away for a half a second, Unlucky will pounce on that. But credit to Cavalry, how well and composed they're doing despite this insane Unlucky pressure. Rage finally being able to take some shots, and he kind of pinned down Nike and Fiend.
You see X kind of playing more passive. He moved back because he took some damage. So now Unlucky only has 2 on bottom control. Cavalry could push, and they may have a chance of taking it from them.
Yeah, right as you see X moving back and Rage moving forward, that's a good sign for Cavalry. I think Cavalry is able to, with the damage they just did, they're able to breathe just a little bit more. However, Rage is pinned down once again. Feels bad for my man Rage. That Unlucky pressure they have for that bottom control is crazy.
You see Lewis in his normal position, just holding behind those boxes, with Doc supporting him, holding the top here.
Yeah, Lewis is he's a stone wall.
Very consistent player.
Yeah, holds zone, doesn't move. I like it. Right as I say that, he goes up and down. Good timing, Lewis. Good timing. But yeah, this is just another standoff. Nike kind of taking that position back, and I'm wondering if they do this on purpose. Because, I mean, despite health, I'm not sure how much health Nike has, but if he's back shooting, he can just spam without having to worry about stopping the gun or stopping the shooting to dodge. He can just spam. He already knows X and Fiend can hold their own. Maybe stepping back and just spamming is the right move for him.
You know, see, someone has to make a move here, or this is just going to continue to be a stalemate. We need to see X or Nike try and get a shot off on Lewis once he reloads. Like
Well,
that, Nike
I
almost got a shot.
I also think Cavalry needs to do something because this is Unlucky's game. This is how they play, and this is what they want to do. They want to hold you off until you finally, like after a while, make a mistake, and they will pounce on that. That's just how composed they are as a team. that they're willing to go the full distance just to make you make a mistake. And Cavalry, we've seen this tournament, they are the complete opposite. They are an aggressive team who want to just rush in at you. But Unlucky's doing a great job at holding that aggression from Cavalry. Doc is getting a little bit more involved in that top position. Normally he was just shooting down, but now he's starting to contest a little bit. That's what you kind of want to see. I think Cavalry is just trying to figure out anything they can to switch things up. Because you got to know that like things might be looking great right now, but if this goes on for another 5 minutes, Unlucky is going to make you make a mistake. That's what they do. They make you go the distance till you make a mistake.
If you see Nike here, he's moving up. He took a shot on Lewis. He's kind of challenging Doc right here. Kind of pushing him back. This is a bad spot for Cavalry to be in. They need to do something quick.
100%.
They're just staying in the same positions that they know how to play, but they need to get out of that. They need to do something new. Doc
I think they're
taking
used to
damage.
just aggressive, just taking people out quick.
And with Unlucky, you can't do that.
Even Watt wasn't able to do that, and Watt pushes people.
Yeah.
Unlucky made them wait, and Nike with the push of a century there. That is a very successful push. He could do a victory lap around the announcer's booth.
And all Cavalry members are pretty low. Doc one shot.
This is still anybody's game. Rage and Ted need to do something against Fentanyl Feed and X, because if they don't, then this is going to continue with Unlucky's chess match that they play against everybody. Oh, and there we go. Ted doing exactly what I was hoping he would do. Getting a few shots on Fentanyl Feed. Kind of push him back just a little bit.
And with Cavalry all low health, it may be smart for them to just sit here and play the slow game, but it could also benefit them to rush one, maybe get a kill. It may be risky, but they need to get out of this position. Eventually, Unlucky is just going to get really aggressive, I think, because they know they have the advantage.
I'm telling you, it's like they're playing chess.
Graal chess.
They're waiting for you. Graal chess. They're waiting for you to make a mistake. And that's what makes Unlucky so dangerous. However, Fentanyl Feed goes out. It is back to a 3v3. Once again, still anybody's game.
I believe this is the longest game we've had the entire day. These
I think the other one, what was it?
think the other one was longer.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which game it was.
Oh, Rage.
Unlucky?
Rage got taken out, and Doc is out. Unlucky wins the second game.
GG's. Oh, Unknown puts up the sleeping
Ooh.
emoticon. Oh my goodness. Toxic, but I love it. I love the trash talk. Shout out to Unknown. Yeah, and then he does that. Crazy guy. Crazy guy. All right, let's load things up here. Now this is match point for Unlucky. If they take this game, they take the series and go on to fight Watt in the finals. This is anybody's game though. Cavalry, they need to make some pushes. They need to get control back again. All right, it looks like they need a second. Okay, we're good. Okay. Will Unlucky go to the finals, or will Cavalry make a push back? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we're off.
We have to expect some changes from Cavalry here. Down 2-0. It's a lot of pressure for them to stay alive here.
And that's exactly what I think they're doing. Look how aggressive they were for that bottom control. They didn't care about their HP, which might end up being the fall for them. However, all 3 of those bottom control members on Unlucky took over half health. That could be good in the end. And also, we can see the switch up. Doc is moved from top to the middle control. Maybe switch up is what they need at this moment. And it's looking good so far.
Yeah, before Doc was kind of just focusing on shooting down, not as much of top control. And now you can see Ted just taking control of that 1v1 up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ted is more looking towards that 1v1. I think moving Doc to that mid-bottom control is exactly what they needed to do. They look way more in control than before. But still, Rage, I know Rage took a lot of HP damage. So that could be bad for them because they need Rage. They need him. He's really good.
Yeah, Rage is one of their best players, and he always holds that bottom, and as you can see, he's getting good damage on Nike and X.
He's done exactly what he's needed to do. Nike and X are both very, very low. I know X is 1 HP. I think Nike's 2. This could be bad for Unlucky in Game 3. Doc taking some HP damage, though. He's got to be careful. They don't even care about the top control anymore. Ted needs to push. Ted needs to do something.
He needs to get to the other side, do a little flank, shoot down. But Unlucky.
That was the plan, but yeah, Fentanyl Feed had other plans.
He now holds that position, and if you can see, he's far away from the boxes, so Lewis cannot shoot him. So he has a great position right here, and Ted, if he were to risk rushing him, Fiend could get some really good damage. Same with Unknown. Unknown could help Fiend out and shoot Ted.
Cavalry, they are in a very good spot. They have pushed back Unlucky's pressure, which has been dominant this whole series so far. Here's what Cavalry needs. They cannot take any unnecessary damage. You just saw Rage take a tick because he was reloading. They are in a spot where they cannot do that. And
Doc and Ted are out.
They decide to rush. I don't know why, but they decide to rush, and it didn't work. Unfortunately for Cavalry, they go out. However, on the positive side, Cavalry has qualified for the final tournament in 2 weeks.
Congratulations. That is something to be proud of, especially when the prize pool for the final weekend is going to be over 200K alone.
And might be growing.
Yep.
So yeah, guys, that was the losers finals. Unlucky, take it. They are going to be facing Watt, the rematch of the semis. These two teams went at it, and I'm excited to see what happens in this next championship series. You guys have to stick around. We'll be back here shortly.
We are back from the 2-minute break. We
Welcome
have
back.
Unlucky versus Watt in the finals.
Yes, I am super excited for this final matchup. This is going to be insane. We saw them match up before. It's going to get better. I'm so excited.
Just waiting for everybody to get here.
Yep, we are going to get started here shortly. Once again, we are just waiting for the teams. And Pinky, do you want to explain the bracket reset once more?
Yeah, so basically, since it's a double elimination tournament, you have to lose twice, no matter what, to be out of the tournament. So that means right now, in this finals match, Watt has not lost. They are undefeated right now. And so if they win this, they win it all. But, or no, hold on. Yeah, if they win this, they win it all. But if Unlucky wins, they came from the losers bracket. So if they win, that gives Watt 1 loss. But they have to have 2 losses to be completely out. So then we do another series, and the winner of that wins it all.
Yes, so obviously it's double elimination. If Watt doesn't get it, or Watt doesn't win the first, the best of 7, then they have to go again.
Gives Watt a huge advantage, but that's what you get for going undefeated.
And we'll get started here in just a second. I'm just messaging some people real quick. Okay, do we have everybody?
We just have to have them switch sides here. Okay, it looks like they have to switch their guns around.
No worries, no worries.
Actually, we will just have them stay. Okay, so let me switch this around.
Right. I'm so excited for this finals.
Me as well. Unlucky versus Watt, 2 very insane teams.
These are deep GSD run teams.
True.
You already know they are going to go crazy. And I'm going to close the gates. I believe that is everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Power goes out.
And this will be a best of 7, our first best of 7 of the day. So I'm super excited. I hope we go to a game 7. We'll see what happens.
Alrighty, and we are going to get going here. I'm going to send everybody to the teleporters. Okay, predictions before we start. Watt versus Unlucky.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I'm going with Watt. I have to. Those are my boys. I got to go with Watt.
No, I've been going with Watt. They did great last weekend, but I'm going to go with Unlucky. I want to see what they can do.
I like it. I like it. Unlucky versus Watt. Game 1 best of 7 bracket reset is there just in case. Here we go on 3. 1, 2, 3, and go. Oh, Capo from Unlucky just instantly taking shots up top. But look at Nike and X. They are already 2 to 3 shots.
It's not good for them. And normally we see Pow and Vood dominating the bottom control, but they are actually being pushed back by Unlucky.
Yeah, this is what look uncomfortably pushed back. This is Unlucky's type of style where they go back, but Watt did the role reversal. Unlucky did the role reversal. Sorry. All right, and it looks like Andrew and Vood are kind of going at it on who is going to play up top. This is a great finals matchup. I think this is going to go down as one of the best matchups we see ever in GSL. I'm extremely excited to see how this turns out. It's just super cool. I'm extremely excited. Unlucky, a team that is known for their strategy. Watt is a team that's known for their power and their dominance. When you combine those two and match them together, just who knows what's gonna happen, you know? I'm like all happy. I'm like jumping around for joy right now. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
And we see something we haven't seen too much. 2 players on the top, Vood and Andrew.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I've never really seen that.
Capo trying to challenge it. Some good dodging from him, but he just can't get any damage off on them.
Yeah, Moss down at the bottom. Normally we see Power Vood, but they're taking a different approach this time. I think Unlucky's playstyle going into this kind of shook up Watt's team, or maybe this is what they wanted. Maybe they want Pow and Vood to switch it up, because maybe Unlucky was expecting Power Vood.
Well,
I don't know.
And Watt going undefeated up until this point, they may have underestimated Unlucky just a little bit, them coming from the losers bracket. And they're surprising them, I guarantee it.
All right, and actually, I'm going to announce it after this game.
Okay.
I got an announcement. Moss taking some damage. What? You look, X and Nike are both so low HP that, like, they almost have to be a little bit more cautious. They need Fentanyl Fiend to really carry that push.
Ooh, and Vood, a risky push from him. Trying to get shots off in the mid. I like it as well. Looks like Pow is 2 or 3 shots from dying. Mass damage though is 1 shot.
Oh no, that's not good. That's not his game. Yep, they're switching him. I knew it. I had a feeling they would do that. Moss is great up top and at mid. I don't think.
See, but now without that bottom right player, Unlucky can push. Oh, Andrew takes that bottom right just because of that reason. And now he's able, you can see Unlucky pushing back because of that switch. See Pow getting some shots off mid. Unlucky still holding bottom control with 3 players, their usual game plan. Andrew Tate has to hold this bottom right, or they are going to be able to push them.
I'm loving Unlucky's approach and different playstyles, how they adjust to different teams. Teams that are overly aggressive, they allow it, they sit back, they wait, they play the long game, the strategical game, and it works. Teams that they want to be aggressive towards, they have a game plan for that too, and it works. I love Unlucky's strategies here.
Yeah, the matches we've seen, we see a lot of teams that just aren't able to adapt to the other team that they're playing. And Unlucky has just been really good at that. I think that's why they're in the finals.
Yeah, I could even say the same thing for Watt. Their ability to adjust to the team they're playing, that separates players from champions, really. Ollie, that was deep. That was a deep quote.
That was deep. Made me
Don't
think.
quote me on that one. Yeah, this is some great Graal era sparring we are witnessing right now. You already know these guys have the skill. What it comes down to is the strategies. And these two teams are displaying strategies at the highest level. And I'm loving the way they, specifically Watt, have switched things around. You see every single one of these players has been in every position. They're trying different things. They want to confuse Unlucky.
You see Capo and Vood 1v1ing. Vood trying to get some shots down. Try to hit Fentanyl Fiend or X or even Nike if they decide to get too aggressive. Xenon gets some shots back up towards Vood. Capo kind of getting the advantage on Vood. Now he's being pushed back.
I love this. I mentioned it just now, but I love to see the positional switches Watt has made. Andrew, who's been a lockdown defender up top, has gone from top to mid to bottom mid, and then back to bottom. Like, he's been everywhere. And honestly, like, it switches things up, and you have to adjust to that.
You can see Andrew Tate, he's stuck at the bottom right, as that player usually is. But every time he sees a chance, he goes up, shoots to the left, tries to get some damage on Fiend or X.
I've loved Andrew today. His ability, his patience, and his like understanding of when to push, when to shoot has been phenomenal.
Also, his ability to switch with his teammates to different positions, for sure.
Well, I mean, you saw some players are just good at certain things, and it shows really good players that can just go everywhere. But some players are meant to be certain areas. Look at Moss, who overall phenomenal Spar. They put him down the bottom. It wasn't working. Switched from top. He's been perfectly fine. That's his spot.
You see Capo actually taking damage. Vood getting a little aggressive, and he takes damage for it.
How much is Capo at? Do you know?
I think he's only taken 2. Oh, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
About 3 shots.
He's going for the long game. He's got a lot of HP. I can't tell who has more HP between the teams, because I want to say Unlucky, but then X and Nike are just very low. However, they're staying aggressive. Nike pushing back, but he's still spamming a bunch.
See, Capo and Vood are both at about same health. Both 2 shots away from dying. They have to be super careful. Watt kind of getting more aggressive on top control. They know Capo's low.
You can tell Vood wants to push so bad.
Yeah.
Just in his movements, he wants to go in and cause mass destruction in the Unlucky lineup. Look at Nike. Look how far back he's pushed.
Yeah. Oh, and Capo is actually 1 shot. He has to be super careful here.
Capo maybe got a little too aggressive on that top control. Vood is trying to capitalize on that. Not much has changed, though, at the bottom. I feel like Unlucky members X and Fentanyl Feed have just been doing a standoff with Andrew. Pow has done some things at the bottom mid, but really it's a standoff at the bottom. The interesting one, though, is up top. Who is going to lose? If Capo takes one more shot, though, that's where the tides are going to change. It's going to completely change things, because next person in line to defend the top is Nike, who happens to also be 1 shot. So Capo going right now, Capo or Nike, is catastrophic. I think they need to hold their grounds. They need to play this safe.
See, Nike actually moves to that top box. We have not seen that position before. Usually people don't hide behind those boxes up there. Could be very smart for them. He's moved down back to the middle boxes. Food still has control over the top.
You can tell he wants to make a... Oh, and there goes Capo.
That's the elimination they needed. Food telling his team to stay back, just to be a little cautious. They may have gotten a player out, but that doesn't mean that they can just full aggro push.
Yeah, they're
He's-
checking up on each other. They know they're checking on the other team as well. This is great for Watt, I think.
Oh, and
Oh, and
Nike.
Nike goes. What did I say? I literally predicted that entire thing. It's awesome. But X is super low as well, so this is very unfortunate for the unlucky team. Watt played this very, very well.
You'll
But
see
there goes Moss. Moss goes out. This is still possible for unlucky.
3v2 here. X pushing up. That is really smart. Getting that bottom control back from the 2 Watt players.
Wow, that's very crazy. I couldn't imagine someone doing that, but he just does it. X is a great Spar.
We have a 1v1 Vood and Fiend at the top here. And then
Yeah,
Watt has set up a 2v1 against X at the bottom here.
Unlucky is in a bad spot, but they're doing way better given the circumstances than you would expect.
You'll see Fentanyl, he is low. He might be one shot, but he doesn't care. He is holding that top position, 1v1ing with Vood.
If he can take out Vood, the tides turn. Because Vood has been the extreme aggressor this game. Everyone else played so, like, solid and strategical and stuff. Vood has been the one that's just, like, going crazy. Andrew back at the top where he's shined recently tonight. Oh, X is one shot. He's got to be careful here. You cannot, if you want a chance to win this, you cannot go down 3-1.
Oh, and X gets taken out by Vood. And
That's gonna
Watt
be
takes
game 1.
game 1.
Wow. GG's to those teams. My goodness. Oops, I forgot to close the things.
It's all
Again.
good.
I was too into it.
Sheesh, what a match.
Let's see. Where did the Watt members go? If they switched. I wonder if they just switched.
Yeah, probably.
1 second. Let us figure this out. I'm going to. Wait. Oh, they're changing their guns. Okay. While we're right here, I may as well announce this. So the winner of today's contest, once again, it's just a qualifier, so it's not going to be the big prize, right? However, I have teamed up with awesome Graal staff team. The winner of today's contest is going to get a little bit of tro, but also some EC as well.
Ooh,
So,
event
yes,
points.
the winner today is going to get event coins. I think it's three event coins each, but still, I mean, you get some
Sheesh.
tro and some event coins. Huge winner. Huge win. All
Let's
right,
go.
game 2. Watt versus Unlucky. Who will take game 2? We're about to find out. 3, 2, 1, and go. Let's see if things switch up, because last time Nike and X took so much damage at the beginning, causing them to kind of lay back just a tiny bit.
Just like last game, we have Capo and Vood at top control. Andrew playing a different position. He is always where where his team needs him to be. He's just
Yeah, he's
like,
everywhere.
he's a good team player, all around player.
You see Moss down at the bottom again. Let's see if he can redeem himself.
Yeah, not a position he usually plays in, but we'll see if he can clutch up. Nike getting some shots up. If Vood decides to go back, he may take some bullets from Nike.
Dude is an aggressive man. And it's fun to see this side of Vood, because we normally see them against normal teams. We see him and Powell just shredding up that bottom control. But they know Unlucky is a different type of opponent. They need to switch things up. May as well send Vood to psycho mode it.
Sure, Vood is crazy. You do not want to be the person he's attacking or rushing.
However, he's low. He's low.
Ooh, he said, haha. Capo getting some good damage on Vood. Trying to move on Andrew, but Andrew's covering for Vood here.
Andrew shooting down. If he didn't do that, Fentanyl Feed with a lot of HP could have shot up at Vood, potentially taking him out. In fact, Fentanyl Feed literally just took his first HP damage.
Ooh.
So that's good for Unlucky. I believe Nike and X have taken like 2 hits. So all players are decent. I know Vood is very low, so he needs to be careful. And he was that factor for them last game.
And Andrew, half health, as you can see. Nike as well, he has 2 shots. X also taking some damage, but he still has a ton of health left.
I'm extremely impressed with Capo. His top control, despite him getting taken out last game, he's doing damage to people. He's doing what he needs to do. I like it a lot.
For sure. See, Mass Damso not even shooting. He's just waiting for those reloads to come, and then he moves up, shoots.
Oh, you see the callouts from
Ooh.
Unlucky, and Mass laughs at it. I wonder if Watt's in a call right now and Unlucky isn't. Yeah, Unlucky has bottom control right now. They're very comfortable right there. Tao has to take a shot every 10 seconds, try to get some damage down. And it looks like Capo and Nike switched. I'm not sure why.
I believe Nike is pretty low, so that might be why.
Nike's got to be careful with these games because he rushes in like he should, and he does really well, but he takes a lot of damage as well. And Unlucky needs Nike.
Yeah, Nike is definitely one of their best players.
Yeah, Nike's such a good spar. Look how comfortable Andrew looks up there. Not a stress in the world.
Got his sunglasses on.
Yeah, he's chilling. But yeah, things are looking good for Unlucky. Besides Nike's HP, their bottom control right now is looking good. However, Watt on top is looking very good.
See, Pow just took a little bit of damage. He's close to half health.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's definitely got to be careful in this one.
Unlucky is actually pushing a little more aggressive here. You can see Nike moving up on the top. Xenon.
Capo just goes crazy. Yeah, and he takes out Andrew. That is huge for Unlucky. They needed that. Capo takes damage, but he takes out Andrew and puts Vood in a 1 HP situation.
Wow.
Now Nike, you see, is a tiny bit more aggressive because he knows his opponent Vood is very, very low. Fentanyl Feed, they want Vood gone. They want him gone so bad. They know what he brings to the table for Watt. Pal BK is 2 HP. Things are starting to get a little bit more aggressive. Vood goes, and that is a turning point. Pal PK and Moss need to play this to perfection if they want to turn this thing around.
2v4, we haven't seen that. We'll see if they can do it. Ooh, Fentanyl Fiend is 1 shot now. Mass Damso takes him out almost. See X holding it with him.
Extremely impressive due to the fact that just recently we had said that Fentanyl Feed was... We were highlighting the fact that he had a ton of HP. Vood down there at the bottom, you can't see it on the screen, but he's doing callouts to his teammates saying, all the people on the bottom are 1 HP, Nike is 2. This is not out of the realm for Watt to come back. They're all so low.
And if Pau can take out a Nike here, that'll allow him to move and get a flank on Unlucky. That's really what needs to happen here because Mass can't move up. He's being held at the bottom right.
I know, he is tough. He's in a tough spot for sure.
It's definitely up to Pau here to make a move.
Yeah, this is, you would assume in a normal sparring match, if you go up 4-2, you rush in and you kill people. But Unlucky knows how good these players are on Y, and they know if they do that, they will get punished for it. Mas is getting super aggressive. He gave up that bottom, which I'm not 100% sure if that was the right idea, but we'll see.
So now all it takes is one or two unlucky members to go underneath them, get some shots up, and take them out. But they are also all super low, so they can't really afford to do that unless they have a perfect opportunity. Just like that. Oh, and Nike gets taken out.
Nike goes. Apparently, Nike had the most HP. This is not out of the realm of possibility.
It is now a 3v2. 4v2 sounded impossible. 3v2, not so much. We know how good Pau and Moss are.
This is really coming down to who is going to make the first mistake. All these players are super low. Pau taking some shots at Fentanyl. Fentanyl is 1 HP, but I think Pau is as well. So if Pau can take out Fentanyl feed, things get very interesting. It turns into a 2v1. Or sorry, 2v2.
I think what Watt is doing is they're actually baiting Fentanyl Fiend into thinking that they're not going to shoot at him. And he might get a little aggressive, and they might just take him out with one bullet.
Yeah.
Because if you can see, they aren't challenging him at the top. I think they're baiting him here. Oh, there comes a shot from Mass. Almost takes him out.
Oh, they're trying to do something with the top. And look at that. Mass decides to take a little bit more of a comfortable position. Gives it right back though. Oh, and there's the shots. There's the shots. This is getting dangerous. Watt's got to be careful here. PK is Doctor Strange. No kidding, dude. He's a freaking magician. He's crazy. Now, I think this is officially the longest match we have seen, and it only came 2 of a best of 7.
This is the most competitive sparring we have seen. We were not expecting this, but at the same time, these teams are 2 of the best teams we've had. Watt qualified last weekend.
Not only that, they won the qualifier. They won the qualifier. They qualified for the final tournament, and they got a social media hat from the GOAT Light.
Shout out.
Shout out to Light. If you're watching. So shout out to Hoyt for helping out with everything as well. GOAT as well. 2 goats.
2 goats.
2 goats.
And Moss has to be careful. He can't be right up against those boxes, or else X might move up and shoot him through there. He has to be super careful of that. Pau just sitting here waiting for an opportunity to get some shots off.
Mm-hmm.
He almost takes it, but almost takes some damage. You can see he's really tempted to go.
Look at Fentanyl feed.
He's applying a lot of pressure at the top there.
Pau has officially entered himself back into the conversation. Yeah, this is getting crazy, honestly. Because Capo and X are looking super aggressive. They want to push the tempo there.
Ooh.
And Mas with a great play to push them back. Pau's got to be careful though. I don't know if Feed is pushing up from the top.
Ooh, Mass takes a shot. He's 1 HP. Pau is holding Capo here.
Yeah, I was just about to say. How things... Oh no, Mass goes down.
1v3, it's not possible, or it's not impossible.
It isn't impossible.
Everybody is 1 HP.
Pau is definitely a player that can do this.
Sticky situation right here for Pau. And he's out.
Unfortunately, he goes. That's totally fine. Unlucky takes a game 2 victory. Second, can you tell them to go down? Because I press on the furniture and people like to try to come up just like that. I guess they can just go up. You know, It's basically pointless trying to
Yeah.
organize these things.
Oh man.
Whatever.
I'll let Watt in.
Is that all the players?
I believe it is.
I'm just gonna say this real quick, 'cause this is the finals.
Whoops. I teleported. I gotta make sure they're healed. Can't forget that.
All right, well, here we go. Game 3, it's tied, yeah? 1-1.
Yep, 1-1.
Game 3, here we go. Unlucky versus Watt. 3, 2, 1, and go. Unlucky. Strong start, even though they take a little bit of damage.
And Watt can't seem to start off with bottom control against Unlucky. No team has been able to.
Hoyt in the chat says it's like trying to herd cats.
It really
That's
is.
probably the most accurate thing I've heard. Yeah, Moss is sticking at that bottom control. I think they're liking him there or something. I mean, he did good last game.
Yeah, he really. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, we are gonna move.
Wait, can we get a clip?
Yo,
Can we
we're
get a
gonna.
clip, please,
Yo,
someone?
we're gonna move past that one.
Yo, can we get a clip?
Yo. Don't do that.
Here, someone please clip that. If not, I'm going back to the stream later and clip that.
Yeah. Let's go back to Mass Damso. Bottom right. Oh man.
Vood up top is being very aggressive again. I think Vood doing that changes the formation Unlucky is forced to play.
Yeah, they can't have 3 at the bottom control because they have to be focused on Vood.
Vood goes crazy. He just does what he wants.
And Nike and Fentanyl both trying to hold him off. Vood takes 1 shot from Nike.
Ooh, Mass takes some damage. That's not what you want. Unlucky, they take that 3 bottom push formation that they like. They take it back. It's probably because of Mass losing so much HP. But Vood, he has other plans. He's still going to aggressively push and gets
Ooh.
Nike. That was such a smart play by Vood. Recognizing that Nike was a little bit too close to the boxes, decided to hit him with one real quick.
And Nike's at about half health. Vood has the advantage over him. He's trying to get another box shot.
Yeah, Vood has a lot of control right now. And Vood. These hits are next level.
Yeah, Nike versus Vood. Vood is just doing a great job at catching him off guard. Nike is actually 1 shot here. Vood is trying to take him out.
See how that changes everything for
Yep.
Unlucky.
Vood takes
Vood,
Nike
you
out.
madman. You madman, Vood. You madman.
Wow.
And now they have cornered X.
Yep, they have Unlucky kind of centered in the map here.
Vood's gotta be careful. Vood's gotta be careful. But he takes up Capo with him. It is a 3v1 for Watt.
Wow.
Let me just say this. That was some of the best sparring I've seen ever.
That was insane.
Vood, you are a crazy guy.
We're actually going to instant replay to see Vood's play right there. What a crazy play. You can see he has to get Nike out, so he rushes down and takes him out, and then he holds that bottom left corner. Amazing play from Vood.
All right, we're just waiting for Moss to go up so I can close the gates here.
Whoa! You see
What?
that?
What happened?
Something just happened on the screen.
Whoa. Wait, what?
I don't know what that was.
That kind of hurt my head. Epileptic warning, please.
Yeah.
All right. Game number 4. If Watt takes this game, they go up 3-1. Unlucky needs to take this game. Tie up the series. Here we go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Also, if Watt wins this, gives them a lot of momentum, and if they win this entire series, they win it all. We do not go to a bracket reset after that.
Yeah, Unlucky. They have a long road ahead of them, but they are a team that can do it.
Food already really low health, not something we see from him usually.
Yeah, that's not good.
I think they
Capo's
switched.
doing a great job with that.
Yeah, they switched Kappa with Nike because I think Vood was too good against Nike.
It's like Vood, unfortunately, gets a gag.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, you know. Don't try to cuss. Cops theme song's playing in my head. Can't start singing it because that's copyright. Anyways,
yeah.
Back to the commentating. Unlucky once again. 3 people on bottom. Mass once again pinned down to the point where they can't do anything.
I'm really interested to see if Food is going to be as aggressive towards Capo as he was towards Nike last match.
Yeah, how he played against not only Nike, but just the whole team, the whole game. Vood was the game changer 1000%.
And it really just shows how one player can change the entire match by being aggressive, taking those risky plays.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, I feel like so far it's been pretty average of what's happening. Nothing, like no one's going out of their way to be overly aggressive, overly passive. Like everything's just kind of going smoothly. And it's probably nice for Pau, who's able to actually breathe at that bottom mid.
Yeah.
His Fentanyl feed dropped back. I don't know whether it's HP or just, I'm not sure. But yeah, Pau is able to actually do stuff now.
If you can see Vood shooting down, making sure Unlucky can't push any further than that bottom box. That really gives Math Damso some space to work with, get some shots off.
100%. You just got to be careful. He shouldn't overcommit there. Just take shots when he can.
Yep.
Just like that. That's exactly what you need to do. Capitalize on the moment. So right as you start to take damage, then Unlucky is going to push that. The Capo versus Vood matchup up top, I feel like they both recognize that that Vood's lower HP. I'm not sure about Capo. I feel like he's taking some hit points, but both realize last game was catastrophic for Unlucky because of Vood. So you got to play it smart if you're a Capo against Vood.
You'll see Andrew just same as always, just playing where his team needs him to be, helping all of his teammates out. He'll move to the top to help Vood, then he'll move to the bottom to help Pau. Watt getting a little more aggressive on the bottom here.
I was even gonna say the opposite. Capo is getting very aggressive up top, taking Vood down to 1 or 2 ticks. Never mind, Capo just barely took his first damage for the match. That is very huge for Unlucky. And did you see that switch for Mas Damso switch with Andrew?
Yep, Andrew just goes where his team needs him to be.
He is such a team player. Everybody wants someone like Andrew on their team. Capo. Oh, the aggression to take out Mas Damso.
One of their best players, one of their more consistent players, he is taken out.
That is huge for Unlucky. Vood is very low as well. He needs to be careful. Capo has HP to kind of mess around with, but I have a feeling he's not gonna fully risk it.
Fentanyl Field
However,
takes out a Vood.
yeah, the unlucky strategy is coming into play. We talk so highly of how strategical this team is. They have been very patient this game, recognizing that last game, Watt walked all over them with Vood. And this game, Unlucky has completely changed that around. They played patience, and then whenever they need to, they strike. Like, just watch that play just barely. In fact, if you can go to instant replay,
Yep.
watch how I can't. Which one was it? There's so many people. Was it Cap? Decided to hit that or hit Pow in the center through the box, take him down to very, very low HP.
Yeah, it looked like it was Nike, and then Andrew. Yeah. And
Look at this play.
Unlucky just took it.
Crazy. That is exactly what you want. All right, let's close the gates. Send Watt up to the top. This is 2-2. One of these teams needs to win two more games. If Watt wins 2 more games, they walk away winning back-to-back qualifiers, some Tro and some event coins. If Unlucky wins, they bracket reset for a chance to win it themselves. Anyways, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we are off.
I think Watt needs to figure out.
So much damage. Jeez.
Watt needs to figure out how to take this bottom control from Unlucky at the beginning of the game. They just can't seem to do it.
I think, yeah, I agree. But I think in this situation, Watt will gladly give that to them because you take X down to 3 hits and Nike down to some lower HP.
And yeah, Watt does very good without bottom control too. So
yeah, they as well as Unlucky can hold that bottom control being stuck in their corner. They've proven that they can.
As
but
usual,
they look more aggressive this game.
Yeah, and we have this 1v1 up top, Capo, Andrew.
I like that matchup. I like that matchup a lot. I would love to see those two spar 1v1.
Maybe in the future when we have 1v1s in GSL.
Yeah. Stay tuned for that, guys. Yeah, Unlucky has their normal 3-person bottom push. Watt has, I think, almost accepted the fact that Unlucky's going to get that 3-person bottom push. So they are stressing that top control.
Yeah. See Mass Stamzo at the top, not where we usually see him, helping out Andrew with Capo, because they know Capo is just so good at that top position.
Yeah, Capo rushed in like crazy, did a ton of damage last game.
Capo getting really aggressive, taking some damage for it. He knew Moss was low and he tried to get some good shots off.
Mass Damso's got to be careful because he has taken the most damage out of anyone here so far.
Well, I'm really surprised with his food playing that bottom right position. They usually have him at the top because he's such a good top player. But as we can see, he's also very good at bottom, getting those shots off.
Well, actually, that's his spot. Him and Pau typically are there, so
yeah,
he is the biggest threat because you can put him at the bottom with Pau and they can dominate, or you can send him up top and he'll do his thing.
Fentanyl Fiend less than half health at the left side.
You can see what Watt is doing to Unlucky at the bottom. The Unlucky members are almost hugging that bottom wall for the last few minutes, taking some damage too. Andrew and Capo are still fighting for that top position. Capo takes some damage.
Ooh, Andrew.
Oh, Andrew with the push, and he gets it successfully. He takes some damage, but you need to take Capo out. But,
Oh.
oh my goodness! Fentanyl feed! Are you serious?
Wow.
He just took out 2 people.
Watt is now in another 2v3. They've been here before. Last time they almost made it happen. Let's see if they can do it here.
I am mind blown right now because Unlucky was in a spot where Watt was dominating them. After Andrew took out Capo, things were looking extremely positive for Watt, where they could even take it. Well, unfortunately, Fentanyl Feed took out 2 people with like 1 bullet. I cannot believe that.
It's insane.
But you look at Nike and X, they're very low. I think Fentanyl has like 2 or 3 hits left, but Nike and X are very low. And who? None other than the bottom control duo of Graal, Vood and Pow. It's like it's written that they would be the ones in this 2v3.
If anyone on Watt, those are the 2 players that can make it happen for sure.
Pow though is in that spot where he can't do much. You're kind of relying on Vood to put damage down, push these unlucky members back. Right as Vood or Pow takes out one of these unlucky members, if they do, things change completely. So can I say how like impressed I am with Vood's ability to read when a player's touching the wall a little bit too close.
True.
We saw that in game 2, I believe.
Yeah, against Nike.
Game 2 or 3, yeah. Sure, and move around too, Pinky. Yeah, I am so intrigued to see what is going to happen with this.
See, Vood is trying to 1v1 with Fiend. Oh, Fiend moves up.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
And Vood kind of has to play 2 positions here. He has to control that top and shoot the middle section right there, while Pow is kind of just stuck right there at the bottom right.
If you're Pow, you have to have insane amounts of trust in your teammate Vood to kind of protect you, because if Vood loses a little bit of control on top, Fentanyl Feed will capitalize and shoot down at Pow. The trust and communication between these two is evident. Fentanyl Feed once again. I think Vood's okay with that, like going down a little bit to try to get some shots off on these bottom control. Nike and X. This is intense. I am like on my toes right now.
I'm just waiting for Vood to get a little aggressive. He needs to make something happen here. At the same time, Nike can get some good shots through the box if he catches Vood off guard. See, if you see, as soon as Vood decides to get a little aggressive on the bottom, Fentanyl Fiend pushes from the top, so it puts Vood in a really kind of impossible position.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot. I could see Meph in the chat says Fentanyl Feed needs to push. I'm not sure his HP. It might benefit them. Who knows?
Because if he shoots down, it'll distract both Vood and Pow and allow for Nike and X to move in. Maybe Fentanyl Fiend can use that box right above him as cover to get a little closer.
He could. He's gonna have to do it now. Oh, he almost did. He almost did.
Oh, and he does it. He does it.
Oh,
Food
he
is
gets
one
Vood
shot.
out. He gets the Vood to one shot, yeah. Pal decides he's done. He doesn't want to be there anymore.
That gives X and Nike a little bit more control underneath them. They have to wait for a time when they're both reloading. X moving under. Pow trying to counter it. Pow's one shot.
Oh, but he
Ooh.
takes out Fentanyl. But Vood goes. Pow's one shot. He needs to be careful here. Pow versus Nike and X. Both of them, actually all three of them are extremely low HP. Whoever wins this takes a 3-2 lead, which you don't want to go down 3-2 because then you have to win the next two. Best of sevens are crazy. Sparring is just crazy itself.
It's looking like Nike wants to get aggressive underneath here. Just waiting for the right moment to push through.
Yeah, you could play this so many ways. Once again, with normal spars, normal teams, X and Nike would take care of this quickly, but they know how good Pow is. They know how great of a spar he is, and he could counter this.
It's like X has decided to move to the top to kind of sandwich Pow on this left side here.
Pow looks extremely comfortable. He doesn't look like he's feeling the pressure at all.
No.
Juking out people, getting some shots down. He needs to be careful. He doesn't want to get sandwiched between the booth and the boxes.
Ooh, this is a tough spot for Pow.
This is crazy. Pow takes out X. This is a 1v1. I'm just going to put it out there. No hiding behind walls.
Yep.
It's up to you, Pinky.
Let's see.
I hate ties because they.
Muted. Okay, we're gonna see if these guys can 1v1. Meth in chat says I'd let them cat and mouse it. Somebody's gonna slip up. That
You're
could
not
happen.
wrong.
It could
You're not
happen.
wrong.
That's the problem with this booth. Like we have to have it here
Figure
for
out
the
a way.
stream. But
Yeah, we have to figure out a way to counter it as well.
yeah.
Oh, Pow almost gets hit with that bullet. No.
Not yet.
Oh, Nike almost gets eliminated by Pow. I don't even know what to say. I'm trying to think of ways to counter this.
It's hard. Yeah, Hoyt says we need a shrinking storm like the battle royale.
No kidding. That's actually a good idea, Hoyt. Thanks for adding it to the arena. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Or a wall that can be closed at the top so they can't spin around. Yeah. True.
Do we make it so they have to stay below the booth?
Right now?
We can implement it.
Yeah.
We're in charge.
Let's
I
do
don't
it.
want to do a tie because then it just
Yeah.
This is a long match and it'll just have to redo it.
Okay, we are doing a tie. Unfortunately, until we find actually for these next rounds, when that happens, you have to be below the booth.
Yep, that's the new rule. And now we're just waiting. 4 1v1s.
Yeah.
All right, let's get everybody back to one second, guys. Waiting for everybody to get in. Okay, I'm gonna close the doors. All right, well, we're back at it. Game, what was this? 6? Game 5?
This will be game 5.
Game 5 redo. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. X and Nike taking some damage. 1v1 knife fight in the booth. I'm curious to see who would have won that 1v1 though.
Actually, some good suggestions from chat. Next time that happens, we get both of the last players to go back up to their corners, and so that we can open it, so it's an even start, and then they have to stay at the bottom. So that's what we'll do from now on.
Should we have them heal or no? Or just go with their HP.
Just go with their HP.
Just go with their HP. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I suggested that. Take the MPX, do 1v1 Spar. That'd be so much work.
Yeah.
That would be tough. Food there at the bottom looking very comfortable against 3 unlucky members. Food and Pow back to their roots.
See Andrew Yate shooting down from the top. Capo trying to get some shots on Mass.
I love the Watt positioning. I love it. I like this formation where you have Vood and Pow working together, and they do great things when they work together.
Yeah.
I like when they're working together. I like Andrew Tate shooting down, assisting up top, and then Mas Damso, he's great. Like he's great up top, and that's what he needs to do, you know?
Yeah.
Because most teams you see, they have someone focusing up top, and then they have someone in the mid shooting down or like trying to help. But Watt, they're so confident with Pow and Vood at the bottom that they're allowing their teammates to have 2 people up top. Yeah, I'm confident that Pow and Vood at the bottom is what needs to be done for Watt.
Yep. To kind of counter that strong bottom control from Unlucky. And they're keeping Andrew at the top. He's just chilling there.
Yeah,
Not
he
moving.
looks. I love the sunglasses. He looks chill. You know, it's also a. Sorry, 1 second.
You can see Andrew a little tempted to go after Capo to be a little aggressive, but he decided not to.
It's interesting to see how Watt has transformed into what Unlucky has been this whole tournament. Unlucky up until this finals has been very, I'm going to let you push and we're going to sit back and wait for you to make a mistake and then we're going to attack.
Yeah.
Against Watt, they've been very aggressive and Watt's almost been doing exactly what Unlucky's done.
If you
Vood wants to switch with Mass.
if you saw that, Pau got taken out. So now it's just Vood and Mass, Damso, also Andrew and Capo in a 1v1 at the top.
Unlucky is slowly starting to pick off the Watt members. Oh my goodness. They are trying to get that bracket reset so badly.
Vood is one shot. He cannot afford to be aggressive here. He has to get out of this position. What a dodge. Capo takes him out. Unlucky wins.
Unlucky. Game 5 goes to Unlucky. GG's to both teams. They take a commanding 3-2 lead over Watt. All right, we're going to have them go up to the booth. Sorry, I guess I could say their station.
Getting ready for game 6, I believe.
Yes, game 6. Huge game for both of these teams. If Unlucky gets this, they force a bracket reset. But if Watt gets this, they force game 7, which I'm sure all of you guys want to see game 7. I want to see game 7.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what happens. Here we go. Unlucky, Watt, game 6. 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh my gosh, X is almost taken out already.
Oh,
Pau
wow.
decides to rush in. This game has been just pure aggression from both teams. I think Unlucky came out with the advantage in terms of HP because Pau goes. You don't want Pau to go.
But if you're Unlucky, you also do not want Vood on this bottom here.
Yeah, this is where he shines, but he's stuck. That's not good. He's stuck.
Vood gets taken out. It's now a 3v1.
Oh my goodness. Unlucky takes it to force
Unlucky.
the bracket reset.
Wow. I was not expecting a bracket reset here. I thought Watt was going to take it.
I think they're just trying to get their team situated.
All right, because these matches are going super long, we are going to change it to a best of 5 for the bracket reset.
Whoever wins this, 3 games. These teams need to win 3 games. Setting everyone up. This is going to be crazy.
The bracket reset. It's always crazy when there's a bracket reset because you know that lower bracket team has grinded to be here and they want it this bad.
Yeah, I'm in disbelief right now. Unlucky is the team to do it though. Here we
That's
go.
for sure.
Best of 5 for this bracket reset. Whoever wins 3 games wins it all. 3, 2, 1, and go. Unlucky going straight for the bottom. They are feeling hungry even though they are taking a lot of damage to start. What? They have lost a lot of composure. They are aggressive. They are impatient at this point, I think. This is what they do to teams though.
You see Andrew taking a ton of damage. Nike versus Pal in a 1v1 down here.
Powell likes that bottom control. This is a complete switch up because every single game, this whole matchup, whole series, Unlucky has been pressing Watt into that bottom right corner. Now, the tides have changed. Tides have turned. We're seeing some switch ups between Moss and Powell. Nike goes out.
Watt
Wow,
takes
Watt
game 1.
Very aggressively. Very aggressively they take game 1.
Yeah, I think that start at the beginning from Watt is what they need to do every time. It's risky, but they were able to take bottom control. And Unlucky, you can tell they don't really know what to do when they don't have that bottom control. That with 3 players.
It's definitely a panic.
They definitely panicked there for sure.
Game 2. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Are we going to see the same thing? How mad-madding. And it does kind of look like it a little bit. Yeah, Moss is just doing all the damage he can.
What a strategy. You would not think that this would work against Unlucky, but it does.
Andrew he's just going for it. Unlucky looks shocked and confused. Where was this from Watt in the first series? I'm sure they're asking. Now they got to slow the tempo down.
It is a 4v2, but they have to be careful. X and Nike are one of the best spars.
Yeah, that's a perfect duo.
Nike.
Nike's going to be taken out here in just a second if he doesn't get careful. And Andrew with the insane push. What?
Wow.
What is happening? What is happening?
That was insane. What is Watt on right now? They completely changed their game plan.
It's like they took that first series personal.
Yeah.
And they're ready for this second series.
Watch this instant replay so you can see what happened. Andrew just super aggressive here. Forces X to move and they take him out. Whatever Watt is doing, it is working.
Yeah, exactly. They had a more reserved tempo that first series. And then this reset, they're going crazy. Here we go. Game 3 is Watt gonna take this second qualifier championship. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Watt doing the same strategy.
Out. There's no way.
How are they doing this? Fentanyl Fiend says GG from Unlucky.
Already says GG. There's no way this just happened.
What? They just... That was a flaw. What was that from Watt? Sheesh. Watt is just a different team. 2 qualifiers in a row that they have won. Anybody who wants to beat them is going to have to step it up.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to say.
Watt just cleaned out. Like Xander said in the chat. Chat's going crazy. They don't know what happened either. But
GG's to Unlucky. You know, they qualified for the final tournament. They still have 2 weeks to practice, train, we might be seeing these two teams back at it. Who knows, honestly.
What a great matchup from these two teams. Bracket reset. Looked like it was going to go for a long time, and then Watt just changes up their playstyle completely to full aggression, and it worked for them.
The new meta, Hoyt says. Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Well, GG's to both teams. Watt, they won a collective 15K for their team and also some event coins. Unlucky, they will get 10K, but no event coins, unfortunately.
Xander said, does that mean Unlucky qualified since Watt won last time? Unlucky qualifies just for getting second place here. And then, let's see. There is another team who qualifies since Watt already qualified.
Calvary?
Cavalry?
I think so.
Yeah. Just looking at the bracket here. So Cavalry will move on. They will qualify as well since Watt is already qualified. If any players watching this want to make your own team, the last qualifier will be next weekend. And next weekend, it's a lot easier because the top 4 teams will qualify instead of just the
Only
top 2.
Yeah.
So you guys have a chance. You have a big chance. Make sure to stay tuned on the GraalTube Discord server, on our channels. Yeah. Then the last weekend will be after next weekend's qualifiers, and it will have a 200K or more prize pool. So we are looking forward to that.
Yes, I'm extremely excited. This is going to be crazy. Once again, thank you so much, guys, for watching. You guys are seriously the best. This was a successful week 2 qualifier. Hope you guys are enjoying the Spar League so far.
Yeah, some great spars today, some great matches from all the teams. We thank you guys for watching, and we are going to head out. Peace.
Peace out, guys. Thank you so much.